So what is Make.com? It is hands down the best integration, automation, and system building no-code tool that is on the market today. Make.com makes building workflows, applications, and automation super easy just by integrating with thousands of third-party applications that you can kind of pick and choose and connect them together to perform a series of very specific tasks. So whether you're an individual or a business just looking to streamline and automate daily tasks or connect multiple applications that you're using to work together, or in your specific case, building software, and Make just makes it really easy to bootstrap your software idea and bring it to reality very, very quickly. So instead of building your SaaS features and ideas from complete scratch, you can actually find tools that already exist and do what you want to build, and actually use those and come up with a unique way to integrate these tools to coincide with whatever it is your software idea actually does. Make.com just makes the entire process of integrating and tying together multiple apps so easy and visually appealing. You don't have to be a genius to use it either. A 13-year-old kid could build some really cool, crazy systems and automations using Make. It ultimately just comes down to getting creative on how you are using and integrating these tools that already exist to perform your specific use case for your SaaS. Now, over the next few lessons, we are going to turn you into a Make wizard, and we're going to show you the capabilities of Make, what you can do and build with Make, and we're going to build out some systems and automations. And lastly, we're actually going to connect Make to Bubble and Rapid API and show you some real life use cases on how you can use Make to really speed up the timeline of building your software. So let's go ahead and take a look at Make.com. So right here is Make. Feel free to click the link and sign up for Make.com. But let's quickly take a look at some of the apps that you can integrate with. And there are thousands of applications: Airtable, OpenAI, HubSpot, Webflow, Bubble. So we could type in Bubble, and it'll show you all the different modules and the abilities that Make has with these applications. At the same time, you can honestly just take some time and go through this. There are a ton of AI applications that you can use. So not just limited to OpenAI, but you got Browse AI, Chatbase for custom knowledge base, Pinecone, Anthropic. You can integrate with almost any tool on the market. There's a lot of marketing applications: Klaviyo, email marketing, ManyChat, SMS marketing. So there are thousands of apps available to you with Bubble. At the same time, too, you can actually integrate applications that are not listed here, and we'll show you how to do that in a future lesson. But Make.com just really makes it so easy to tie in and use these applications in really unique ways, and ultimately bootstrap and build your software application really, really fast. Now, they do have a ton of resources on here as well, like the Make Academy that you guys can go through too, as well as community forums and chats if you have any questions. They are really, really responsive. So if you have any issues, even their support team, you can contact them and they'll actually help you fix and make adjustments to your automations. But just so you know, there are resources available to you on Make. Now, they also have templates that you can go through as well. Pre-built templates. So we could click on AI, sentiment analysis on customer feedback, extracting data from invoices received on Gmail. There are a ton of different applications. I mean, there's over 100 templates just for AI and using ChatGPT or Browse AI and some of those tools. But feel free to go through and just check out the capabilities of Make. It'll really kind of spark your imagination too on just things that you could build for fun and integrate in your SaaS and play around with. So take some time to do that. But I'm going to show you guys some of these, scenarios, just basic scenarios that we've built inside of Make.com. And we actually have this all available to you guys. So we typically sell this on WGMI Labs, our pre-built AI automation pack. But we're going to go ahead and give this to you guys for free. It will be in the resources. But there's a ton of stuff in here, from lead generation automations to resume analyzers, web scraping bots, social media management automations, email automations. So feel free to play around with a lot of these. Maybe it sparks your creative thought process, and maybe it just gives you something to play around with when you're using Make.com. But let me go ahead and show you what these automations actually look like. So let's take a look at like an email autoresponder. And so when you load up a scenario inside of Make, this is what it'll display. And you can see we're connecting different modules to different applications, and we're tying them to work together. So in this case, we are using Gmail as well as OpenAI to create an email autoresponder. So every single time you get an email, ChatGPT will automatically come up with a reply to that email, and then Gmail will send it. So if we look at this, we can actually run an explain flow, and it'll actually show you. So we start with Gmail. It tracks to watch all the emails that are coming through. When it receives an email, we then create a reply with ChatGPT. We convert it into an HTML format. That way we can submit it back to Gmail to actually send that reply, and it's properly formatted. So this is a basic example of an automation. Now we can take this even a step further and integrate a different tool instead of OpenAI. So let's go to our custom email autoresponder. And so instead of OpenAI, this looks a lot very similar, but we use Chatbase. And with Chatbase, you are allowed to basically build your own custom knowledge-based chatbot. And so we could train Chatbase based on our previous emails and how we write and how we respond to then actually create the responded emails and send them out. So it works the same way. We watch for emails, we send it to Chatbase, our custom knowledge base. It then creates the response that we're looking for, and then we use Gmail again to then deliver that response. So if we actually take a deeper look into this, when you select Gmail, you literally just connect your account. You tell it what folder you want it to track and be notified when a new email has been received, and that's going to be your inbox. You can set up a maximum number of requests, so it can do a max of like 20 emails at the same time, and you can easily increase that number as well. If we take a look at Chatbase, we literally just connect a Chatbase account and an ID, and add our subject line, or our subject and the role and what model we want to use. So we could use GPT-4 or GPT 3.5, and then we deliver that response through the same Gmail connection. We just add the sender email, which we retrieve from here, our subject line, and the HTML that we receive from Chatbase. But I've even built out some automations using Make.com for myself and my own personal needs and things that I'm interested in. So for example, I built a crypto trade notifier. And on Twitter, I trade a lot of crypto, and on Twitter, people are constantly talking about crypto or just tweeting random things. So what I did was I created a list of all the people that I follow who I would like to take their advice and their trading advice. And when they make a tweet that is some sort of trade, like buy Bitcoin or buy Ethereum, I basically run a make automation. So it tracks that tweet, runs it through OpenAI, and if OpenAI deems that this is an active trade or trade that I should take, it will actually message me that trade on WhatsApp. And it's really, really simple, and it took me maybe 15 minutes to set up. But this really just goes to show what you can do with Make. Not only can you build and bootstrap software and use this to really facilitate the back end of your SaaS, but at the same time, you can also just build cool automations for yourself. But now let's go ahead and talk about some of the capabilities of SaaS and how you can actually use Make.com to improve your software development journey.